What it is, man. And you see, you know what it is, man. It's your man Big Clip Eastwood, aka Mr. Gray Bears Matter, aka Mr. Truck Trapping for real this week. And you know I got it on me. Truck Trapping is this week's sponsor. It's gonna be next week's sponsor because Truck Trapping is approaching its 2-year anniversary. We got fire coming out. I've been giving y'all some hints. The last couple of days, I'm gonna give you some hints. The next 2 or 3 days, and come next Thursday, it's up. It'll be available, exclusive. It ain't gonna be out long. Just the merch with a message, and I'll explain all that later on. But if you've been checking out the page, man, you seen what the Chaos hoodie stands for. You understand now what the Truck Trapping hoodie stands, or the OG logo stands for. And it's never about trucks. It's merch with the message, man. Big Clip Eastwood, aka Mr. Truck Trapping. But tonight, about 6 or something, what we on? Yeah, 1806 to 606 for you civilians. We in episode 17, man. And it's up. I'm gonna give yourselves a round of applause for getting through the week. You know, sometimes you just gotta keep from crying. You know, we got about, let's see, we got 2 in this joint. Oh yeah, we got the baddest female dump truck driver in the game, Mrs. Etchen. I got to get my cut from you, Danny. Hope you on your road. Hey, matter of fact, I might have something to holler at you about, but I don't want to preface it too early in the show. But it's definitely going to be something I need to holler at you about, possibly at the end after you catch it. Hopefully you stick around. Hey Cherie, hey, stick around if you can. I know you got some stuff going on. I might have you do the hot 5 at 6 tonight. Cause I already know you sharp about what's going on with that. And if you're not sharp, man, here at the Great Bears Matter podcast, where we are the mature authority, we call somebody, man, that's been, you know, on the show that night, and we ask them 5 random topics about 5 different. I'm sorry, let me slow down. I'm kind of amped up now. I was in a space. We asked 5 questions from 5 random topics. Y'all pick the topics. I picked the questions off the top of the dome. I ain't called nobody on here today, and we just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? You if you feel comfortable, cool. If you don't, say I'm gonna pass, and we go ahead on to the next question. But you gonna give me them 5 though. Believe that. So let me ask y'all a question, man, before we get started. I can take my medicine off, and I can bump the music all the way down now, right? Again, if you just getting here, man, this is your man Big Clip Eastwood, aka Mr. Gray Bears Matter. This is episode 17 of the Gray Bears Matter podcast, where we are the mature authority, and we ain't worried about nothing but what the heck is going on with my life. That's what we worried about. Give me 1 second here, good people. Oh, we tripping? Or are we tripping? I think we tripping. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties lie. I ain't embarrassed. NBC done it. So you laughing at me, you laughing at NBC, and then that's all good news for me. You dig what I'm saying? I can take that. I can take that comparison. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Don't even worry about nothing. I told y'all don't worry about nothing. Let me look back. Let me hit that. Boom. Okay. All right. We're not tripping. Give me some of this on this side. You got action? Oh yeah, we got action. We got action. Okay. Yeah. We back. Don't worry about nothing. Hey yo, it's going down. Y'all must not heard. Prime time is in the building. Yo, Nebraska's in this joint, man. Omaha's in the building, man. The Midwest, I got 3. We 3 deep. I promise you, we 3 deep. And all of them hit us. And all of them, hey, welcome prime time. We're going to talk our talk tonight, man. Anyway, as I was saying before, the lights went to trip out a little bit, man. It's still kind of hot on that side. Give me 1 little second. See a little, bump that down. All right, cool. Go like that. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. All right, cool. So, Dick, man, y'all ever been in a space, man, where y'all just been like busy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how sometimes they say your plate is full, or you feel like you thirsty, and you need your thirst quenched, but it's like sucking on a fire hydrant. I mean, you're getting something on your on your palate, but that kind of hydration can drown you, right? So that's sometimes life can be like that, dig? And sometimes we can get overwhelmed with what we got going on because it's just a lot of it. So a lot of us think that we're organized, some more than others. But sometimes there comes a time when you don't see the white on that plate because you just got that much on it. And so that was kind of me this week, right? The last couple of weeks, I had to keep it a buck with you, and that's what we do here. Um, and that kind of led me to what we're gonna rap about today, right? We're gonna talk about being active or being productive. Because like a lot of people, think that's because they're busy that they accomplishing something, that they're building something. I'm a proponent of saying that's not true, right? So I got a question for you. Just because you're busy, or let me state it, just because you're busy doesn't mean you're active, right? Let me ask you something. How many of you have been busy all week, moving, working, handling business, checking boxes? But if you're honest, you can't really point to what you've accomplished, what you've built. The difference between the two, activity and productivity. Activity will keep you moving, but productivity will move your life. Let me say that again. Activity will keep you moving, but productivity will move your life. And a lot of us, like myself, that's my testimony, we're exhausted. Not because we're progressing, but because we're constantly in motion with no direction. And sometimes that direction looks like task, right? And we feel like, man, we did that. But was it quality work? Was it, or did we just check the box? Or did we, say, damn, I'm so happy to get that done, and then we got to go back and think, did I miss something? Uh, what's the quality assurance that I will, is that my best work or my best effort, or that I just want to get that done? Is that really productive? If that's the case, right? So tonight we're going to break that down, activity versus productivity, because just because we're busy does not mean we're building. And throughout feel free to chime in. We got about 6 people in the game, man, and periodically we'll go back and talk to the check out who's rocking with us and give me your input. But I really want to know, has anybody ever been in that space before? Like, holla at your man. I'm being honest with y'all. You can be honest with me. With me, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. And I tell you, man, like tonight I need a libation, but I gotta go to work. I ain't even gonna keep y'all on here long. But I'm gonna go ahead and drink this great H2O. That's not a fire hydrant. Take a deep breath and get busy. Right? So, question, be real with me. Are you productive right now? Or are you active? What's good, big dog? You know what it is, man. We talking about being active or being productive, baby. Let me ask you, are you being active right now? Or are you being productive, JV? So I said activity will keep you moving, but productivity will move your life. You feel me? It ain't the same, right? Like it's like there's a saying. Sometimes you trying to find peace in the round room, but you're looking for a corner. You did. There's no corners in a round room, and that's what you're used to. It'll drive you wild, mad, wild, trying to get to that safe space. But sometimes you got so much that you take on because your shoulders are broad or your skill set is there or you have the knowledge and the aptitude or sometimes that's as beneficial as that may seem on the resume or the personal credentials. Others aren't as reliable or productive in real life as you. and they'll pass that buck on to you, right? And then they'll wait for you to accomplish it and then want to share the glory. But when you're not a person who needs the attaboy or needs the attention behind the results, that can weigh on you, right? But I talk to my people about internalizing, and we all do it to an extent, and sometimes we do it to where it's detrimental. Don't take on so much that you can't be productive, where you find yourself looking for the outlet or the space of we want to control, alt, delete whatever the hell you've been going through. It happens. Life really be life. Gas is $4. You feel me? All right. Let me see where it was. Hmm. Let's talk about what the definition of activity is. Activity feels productive, but it's reactive. It's busy work and it has distractions. And it's urgency driven. It makes you tired, not fulfilled. Example, running around all week. For me, I was running around all week, getting stuff for the brand, stuff for the job, trying to understand, what we're going to speak about as far as the content. But not all of it was moving the needle, right? It took me to slow down a little bit and focus on one thing at a time to accomplish it, because I was trying to do 4 or 5 things at once, right? Not because I needed to, or not because I had to, but because I needed to. And then sometimes when you feel, not sometimes, yeah, sometimes when need can feel like pressure, you know what I mean? And sometimes that pressure, um, if you don't have a release valve, it can be damaging. So be cognizant of that within yourself, so you know how much you can take. So you know what sometimes you gotta step back, catch your breath. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be active and burn yourself out. You want to find yourself, so we can go back to previous episodes that we talked about the small trophies, right? You don't just want to check the box. You want to fill that box in and be like, yeah, I did that. Because at the end of that list of boxes, you get an opportunity to put your signature there. Goal accomplished. Task fulfilled. I'm good with this. This is where my Hancock comes in, right? Productivity. What's the definition of that? Definition of that. Productivity is intentional. It's results driven and is focused on outcomes, not just effort. We just talked about that. It's talking about, productivity is when you move something forward. Something, not yourself. You can move yourself and be productive, but sometimes, like I said, we go back to that mouse in the round room or the person in the round room trying to find a corner to sit down in and chill out. That's not productive. Productivity isn't about doing more; it's about doing what matters. So let's we talk about. So Sheree, you say you was productive this week, huh? Okay, congratulations. Yo, for Sheree, I'm telling you, I promise you, it's Gray Bears matter. We gonna keep it. We got internal scuba gear where we can get deep as y'all need to. I really appreciate you chiming in. You know what I'm saying? Because we all about the dialogue, right? It's not my way. It's just my opinion. You ain't gotta agree. Not saying you particularly, but we as a matterverse, get that Gray Bears matterverse. Don't have to all see it through the same lens. It's just a lens, right? So then, if you get back to what that means as far as Gray Bears matter, we are trying to close the gap through dialogue, right? And as adults, according to my stats, we all within 10-year age range of being on the same page, right? Not all raised the same, not all raised in the same places. Culturally, we can be different. Gender, definitely different. There's some racial differences. I'm sorry, race differences, um, and belief differences. So as a youngin, I always had the opportunity to have elders around me that gave a damn, right? Some was bullies, whatever. Um, but the majority of them wanted a hard head to stay out of trouble. And not all that they accomplished anything too much, if you ask my family and my people. But that was the goal, right? So then in today's society, we don't, as adults in our age bracket, according to statistics, we don't necessarily want to walk with the youngins, right? Some because of the notion that they don't want to listen, right? Or they can't be told nothing. But hell, some adults can't be told shit. Excuse my language, mom. And they don't want to listen. But how can we charge somebody for not doing what they're supposed to do if we ain't give them the game, right? So we as elders, vintage, wiser, more mature people can have our dialogue and keep it a buck with ourselves on these topics when we go holler at somebody else in our age bracket, possibly here in the metaverse, or go back and holler at these youngins. And sometimes, man, you gotta understand, youngins doesn't necessarily mean 16, 17, 22, 23. It could be that my oldest baby is 34. He is his daddy's son, right? So, but he's passionate about what he's passionate about. And sometimes that passion doesn't allow you to hear um, what's best for you the first time. That's my testimony. That's me, and I'm not 34, right? So if I have that challenge, how do I put that on my son or anybody else in this age bracket? Especially if I didn't take the opportunity to keep it a band with them and just see where their mind is at, right? Open the dialogue. Those types of conversations aren't what we call checking temperatures. Back in the day, the old heads didn't check my temperature, right? They gave me the game or the switch, one to two, or gave me the opportunity to walk on up out that door if I thought I was grown. But at the same time, they gave a damn what happened when I went out that door. So how can we open our hearts and our minds to increase the dialogue with our peers first of all, and then translate that to the youngins, right? Because it still watches. And when you walk around here, you don't speak to your neighbors. You can't go down the grocery aisle or you at the gas pump. You can't give somebody at least a head nod because you worry about what type of time they on. Then they watching. So how you expect them to be any more, what's the word, empathetic to humanity than you? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you pull up to the grocery or to the gas station and you be sweet and all nonchalant and you mess around and be a victim. That's definitely not what we're saying. I'm talking about definitely be all gas, no brakes, but a head nod lets you know what's going on. They give you a head nod back. All right, bet they might not be on that BS. That might be all they needed. Sometimes acknowledgement goes a long way, right? But yeah, for sure. You're welcome, Cherie. Um, let's talk about some signs about activity and productivity. Signs you're stuck in activity. You always feel busy, but you're behind, right? You're starting something, never finishing. Constantly reacting instead of planning, and you feel drained but not accomplished. Those are all signs of activity, right? Activity drains you. Productivity fulfills you. It's another nugget for you, Cherie, and everybody else. Activity drains you. Productivity fulfills you. And I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I'm getting kind of amped up just based on the topic, and we got a little dialogue on this joint, right? So, um, that fulfills me, right? Yo, I got my good man Neo in the game, man. Hey, bro, I'm glad you back safe, man. That was a real fatherly thing you did with your baby, fighting the elements of nature to be her hero again. Um, I'm not your youngin, but I'm definitely watching. So congratulations on that to you too as well, man. Give yourself a round of applause. So get yourself around the clock to get to the rig. You did? All right, bet. So how do we shift? Um, Identify your top two priorities. That's my challenge, right? That's what I want y'all to focus on. What's your top two priorities that you have going on, right? Because if you do any more than that, now we're going back to the overwhelming part. Because then you're trying to figure out what they are. I'm not saying your children. That's easy. Not saying I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell you the answer. I want you to do that for yourself. I want you to take your top two priorities and cut everything else that doesn't not evolve around them, that doesn't serve them. Right? Block your day out and focus on that. Then at the end of the day, ask yourself, did I move something forward? So that's the task. That's your shift. Two priorities. Cut everything else that doesn't serve them. Then ask yourself at the end of the day, did you move something forward today? Right? So let's talk about what we said earlier. Sometimes you're not lost, you're just in transition. And I can attest to that. So when we're going through this content and the prep for it, man, through the week, and you're trying to figure out how to communicate on this joint, and in this medium that you're not proficient in, but I enjoy doing it. So here we are. Um, that's part of what I want to do, right? So when you compound that on everything else that life be life on, it's an added task, right? But it's a box that I have to check, right? Sometimes in my desire is to have somebody be on Thursday say, yo, I can't wait tomorrow. Great Bears Matter gonna come on. A man Clip Eastwood gonna talk his talk. And we gonna find out some things, right? And sometimes the dialogue might not be there on the stream. Conversations that go on the backside. Cause I be jive surprised, right? When you out and about, man, and somebody will say that you hadn't seen in a while or that you don't talk to on the regular, and they'll be like, yo, man, I see what you're doing. I'll be checking you out. Yeah, I'll be trying to keep it together. I'll be like, oh, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, dog. I'm just trying to do a little something, trying to stay out the way and do my lane, right? But at the same time, keeping it a band, man, it feels good, right? Just to know that you have made contact with somebody. I don't necessarily need the feedback. We talked about that last week because I don't do it for the likes and the reactions, right? It's always going to be authentic. If those that know me and those who have been following for the previous 16, I hope that you understand that it's coming from a sincere space and we just talking a talk. It's not my way, just my opinion, right? So, like I was saying, sometimes you're not lost. We're just in transition. But if you stay in activity too long, you'll miss that you will miss the opportunity to actually grow. What you mean by that, Eastwood? I'm trying to stay out of that round room. But if you're in that round room, right, you just running around, and you're running around, you're looking for that corner. But sometimes you get so focused on trying to get around that curve that you don't see that door that got you in that round room is open. And that's your opportunity to get up out of there. And when we say round rooms, it could be the job, it could be your kids, it can be the bills, it can be your person. It can just be you dealing with you, right? And sometimes when you're dealing with you, depending on how honest you are about yourself, to yourself, that can be preventative in you getting to the next space in life that you want to, whether it be religion, whether it be job opportunities, whether it be just just self awareness, right? Because self awareness really is translates into mental health. Because if you ain't sharp on that, then how do you separate the two, right? One is gonna affect the other. Hands down, not the topic for today, but stand by. So we've been on this job about 29 minutes. Like I said, we're going to keep you on here too long, man, because your man got to get busy tonight. We're going to holler out. Yo, we going to, my man, Bro Zilla. Y'all see him. What's up, Google? Um, Sri, you still here? If you are, man, give me a pink heart or something. Give me a pink heart or something, Sri, if you still in this joint. Because if you not, I'm going to call Googly. Googly, stand by. Because if she's scared of Ram, man, I'm calling your line, man. You on a hot seat, brother. But dig, right? So this is how we going to close this out. Being busy is easy. Being productive takes discipline. So don't let activities trick you into thinking that you're progressing. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much you did. It's about how much you actually move forward. Right? So overdid, man. Okay, Sheree, bet. So let me put y'all deep on something, right? Um, for the past 7, 8, almost 9 weeks, we've been doing a lot of. We've had it's called it the contrast series. A lot of verses. It's either this or that. Just like tonight, it's activity or productivity. We've had several other topics: job versus responsibility, principle versus purpose, sidewalk versus street. And we had great dialogue with them, and they're on the YouTube channel Great Beards Matter. Please go ahead and check that out. You know, every 50, I'm going to select somebody's name to get some free merch. If you're local, put in your hand. If you're out of town and you get selected, then boom, shipping's on me. Put it on, take a picture, holler at us, right? So saying all that, we are we have come to a point to where I'm ready to transition into um, what's next, right? Uh, we've addressed, like I said, the previous internal battles, internal struggles, and now what we're about to do is we are about to apply that into real time interviews with people. Um, we're going to call it the Survivor Series, and that's what's next, right? I have two people on deck that uh, I'm going to interview. They both said yes, and they both have a story to tell. And because I am aware of who they are, personal friends with them, and seeing them when they entered their challenge, and seeing the work that they put in during their challenge, I'm proud of where they are today. Right? Um, I'm not going to give up the script on how that's going to go today because I want you to tune in. But just know that the Survivor Series is acknowledging those who are surviving. Because sometimes productivity isn't about success. Sometimes it's about survival. So y'all check it out, man. Stand by, man. Stand by, because the Survivor Series is coming up. Not next week. We got a little celebration. We're gonna party with truck trapping. I might have my man come through, or go to him, and might do a live production somewhere, man. And my man, my curator, who helped me design my logos and show some of his artwork and how I appreciate him. Might even have ANF there available. And we're just going to, show some entrepreneurship, man. And if you know somebody in the game, they don't have to be in the DMV area. They have a business, small. I ain't talking about real commercial, but that's cool if they do. Part of our focus here at Gray Beards Matter is to put the small person, small business man or woman in the game. We're not at the point to where you got to worry about no charging or anything along those lines. I just want to expose somebody you feel is cool, that does good business, whose name that you're gonna stamp to me, and I put them in a place to be recognized. Ain't gonna come back, and I gotta holler at them, man. You feel me? So yeah, what's good with a T Dub? I thought, yeah, I'm already knowing. Hey, I seen you in front of that sign. Yeah, I seen you in front of that sign. Okay, Turdrift. Okay, if you know, you know, right? Hey, let me call. Hold on a sec. I gotta pull it up, man. Oh, hold on, because Cause Sheree thinks she's gonna get up out of this. Okay. Sheree thinks, let me see here. Hey Sheree, I'm gonna call you on the messenger to keep it funky, you know. I don't want nobody accidentally seeing your math. So let me see if we can hold on. Let me see if she answers because she might be scared for real though. She might be scared for real. What we talking about? Oh snap! Oh snap! You did that? What's good with it? How you doing? Welcome to the Great Bears Matter podcast. Where we got them true authority. What's cracking? Home team is in the building.
Yes, Omaha, Nebraska in the
Okay,
building.
all right. There you go. There you go. Okay, okay. I'm so you're not on camera, so you know ain't nobody gonna see the moo moo. Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, yeah. Hey, so I haven't talked to you today about the podcast, have I?
No,
All right, cool. Yeah, I ain't talked to you anything about the hot five at five, right? Today.
no,
Okay, but you are
no.
aware of what the hot five how the hot five at five functions or
Yes,
six?
I am.
All right, cool.
I do
So
good.
bet. So this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna give you some topics, and I'm gonna let you pick on what you want to get questioned about. Cool.
Okay,
All right. You ain't got to get real deep in detail. I'm, we'll interview you at another time. All right.
okay,
High five. Hot seat at six. Here we go. Uh, Discipline and standards, responsibility and character, self awareness and growth, street to growth lens, pressure and perspective. What we doing? You got five. You on
very.
that? Huh?
So I think self-awareness and growth.
No, no, you get fired. Don't be you not bullying me into doing two topics. I'm talking about you. I'm gonna get you
Oh,
five
okay,
questions from one. You said you were sharp. Now, come
okay.
on, homie. You said
So
you done
my
put the
bad.
city on blast, and now you
So
gonna act like
growth,
you don't know what you talking about.
growth. Okay, growth.
You want to do this? Okay, self awareness and growth.
Yeah, that's what I said at first, but you
No,
said
no, no. You try to combine them. You try to combine self awareness and street growth. You're not no street. Don't do that. We're not doing that.
no. You
Okay.
misunderstood me.
No,
You
no.
misunderstood me. Okay.
Everybody misunderstood you. Okay, you lied. Okay, we hold on. Let me see. We have the 7,000 viewers right now. So you know. No, I'm just lying. We have four.
Okay,
All right,
so
self awareness
self-awareness
and
and
growth.
growth.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you five questions. You don't have to get too heavy. If it's one word answers, that's cool. Cool.
Okay.
All right, bet. Here we go. What criticism about you is actually true?
Ooh, that I like to be in control.
Mm, is that okay? I'm gonna keep on going. Let me see. What's another good one for you? What pattern needs to end this year?
Ooh, what pattern needs to end this year? That's a hard one.
Man, if y'all knew her, y'all knew how hard that would be. Prime time,
Okay.
you hear her struggling, right, bro?
What pattern needs to? Hmm, oh, that's hard. Let's see. Need what pattern needs to change
This year.
this year?
Not change, end. Why you don't? Hey, look here. Don't come on here trying to. I
Okay,
know
so
what you do. I know you a
can you come
bully.
back to that? I
No.
just
Okay, all right.
okay.
No, you know what? I did not disclose that, so I'm gonna give you. That was a great. You're gonna pass on that, but I'm coming back to it though. But see, since you want to do that, I'm on your neck, homie. Um, what behavior did you justify that you shouldn't have? Oh, talk to him, Eastwood. Talk to him, Eastwood. Yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh.
these are very difficult.
No, no, these are self-awareness and growth. This is what we're doing.
What? Okay, so, can you repeat the
I
question?
sure can. What behavior did you justify that you shouldn't have? Come on, Eastwood. You can hear the clapping, right?
So,
Okay, okay.
uh, just trying to justify, like,
That's a question.
proving
Justify.
my proving my point in whatever situation. I'm
Hmm.
always trying to uh, explain my side of whatever. I don't need to do that.
Okay.
It is.
Cool. That was question number two, right? Because you ran from three. We got to spend. No, you know this. Yeah,
I
yeah.
ran. I asked you to come back to two.
So that was number two.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's the second one answered. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Um, I wonder if that's still that's kind of. I don't know if you have that or not. What lesson are you resisting right now? Come on, Eastwood.
Um,
Yeah, take that.
shouldn't say I'm resisting it. Well,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
the less
whoa.
that I did a good job raising my children. I will soon be an empty nester, and that has been a struggle for me personally. Um, but I have done, I think, and from the things that other people have told me, you raise your children into being productive citizens of society, and to be um, strong young ladies. And so I just have to trust as they leave the nest, and my youngest will be going off to college here later on this fall, that the lessons in life that she needed have been provided to her, and she'll be just fine.
So that was extended. So my question for you is: did you answer the question?
I think I
So
did.
what?
Okay.
So you said that you have to accept that you have done a good job. So
Yes,
it
that.
and so are you saying that is the lesson that you've learned? You the lesson that you're learning is you have to accept that you did. You know, it's cool to be self aware.
Self-aware that I've done what I needed to do as a mother during the time that I had with them before they transition and go off to college. I didn't answer the question.
I'm just it's the word usage that I was trying to help you out with.
Okay,
Okay.
so
No, no, so that you learned the lesson that it's okay to say, "Hey, let it go. You did good."
yes,
But
that's
see,
the
but see,
difficult.
so now we can expand on that if you want to, or you want to stop there.
I mean, we can expand. Give me the Graybeards Matter version of.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because Gray Beards Matter does have something for you, right? So I have the distinct opportunity to talk to you from a lens of someone who has older children than you, right? Um, but the same way that your mom and your father raised you to be the woman that you are, right? And the capacities that they have because they are who they are, those lessons keep on teaching, right? You 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 have learned the lessons of what it takes to be a good mom and a nurturing mom to young women of their age. You have a sophomore and you have a senior, um, but
An adult, and an
and an
adult.
adult, right? As you mentioned the two in school, right? So from the school aspect, no, I'm not even gonna minimize the adult. They still need you, right? And
Absolutely,
okay, and
because I still need my mama.
it, embrace that, right? So my point is that just because they get older doesn't mean that you have all the answers to the things that they're going to go through in life, right? So then you have to understand that sometimes when they are going through things in their life, that the bumps that may occur in their lives are earned, right? And because they earn them bumps, they have to put the ice on their own head, right? And so when they do that, you are teaching them how to be accountable to themselves for their actions or their decisions or lack thereof. So the lessons that you have learned thus far in your young motherhood age is that those lessons keep on teaching. Right? That's Gray Beard's Matter take on that. So we on question number 3. The self-awareness with growth charade.
I actually think we're on question number 4, but I could be miscounting.
So you said you answered 3 questions?
I believe so, yes.
Let me go back and look here. 1, 2. Okay, you're right. I'm gonna give you that. But I see you threw me off because you ran from the second question the first time. But since you want to criticize me and correct me on my lie, I'm with that. What part of your ego causes the most trouble? Let's talk about it.
The wanting to be right.
No, you already said that. No. That's
Oh,
the
I can't use
criticism.
that again.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
hell no, you can't use that again. Nope.
But that's okay.
You can't. So hold on. No, I got a question for you. If you get a speeding ticket on, let's
but I'm
just say,
not.
in 48th and Ames, right? And you pay your ticket, and then you come right back down there, you get another one. You say, but I already paid it. You can't use your old receipt for the new ticket, can you? Oh, no, don't think you're gonna try to use the same answer twice on here. Then what's wrong with it, Matterverse? This is a mature authority. Come on now, high five.
Okay, so repeat the question, please.
Oh, now she got to repeat the question because here we go. Okay, bet. The question was, what part of your ego causes the most trouble? Do 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 do. Big Daddy was good with you. TB, I ain't gonna put you out there, man. Mm-hmm. You playing? You want to skip that one too? This ain't the hot 3 at 5. This ain't the hot 3
Okay,
at 6 neither.
okay, so
So first of all, do you feel you have an ego? Because if you don't feel that, then there's no way you're gonna be able to answer that question. And if you don't,
I don't.
if you feel you
No, I
don't,
don't think I have an ego,
then
but
you just prove that you do. You just
okay.
you
I
just
mean,
you just
everybody has
prove
an ego about them,
they
but
have,
I'm
they
just
have an
saying, like,
aura or an ego.
yeah, I think I have an aura
You
about
have an
me.
aura. Okay, so okay, bet. So I'm a. If you just showed us that your ego took over out there. Okay, cool. Last one, because you owe me this one here. You owe
So,
me
but
this.
going back to pattern needs to end. What pattern needs
Oh,
to
now
end?
you feel you got the answer, huh?
I do. I do.
Okay.
Being inconsistent
With
with
what?
me.
Hold on, my bad. I asked you one question. One question doesn't deserve two. Please go ahead and answer.
Okay, so going back to question number 2, the one that I asked, could we come back to?
The one you
And the
ran from.
question was, what pattern needs to end? And so I have a
Shut
pattern
up,
of
dog.
starting to work out and then I'll stop. Just being inconsistent in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I know the things that I need to do, especially in this chapter of my life, and making for sure that I'm consistent in working out because that helps not just my body, but it helps my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And helps me, physically. And I want to grow older in age and, seeing the health challenges that my parents have experienced. I just want to be in better shape consistently. And so I need to be consistent in the pattern that I've had. I'll start to work out, I'll eat right, then I'll be good, then I'll go back to old habits. So that's my question, my answer, excuse me, for that question.
Can I get Gray Bears Manor on you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Y'all heard her. Hey Neo, we about to get her. So Dick, right? So you said that you got to be more consistent, right? So let's
Yes.
not just you, but hey, no, you good. I promise you. Good looking out. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and let you ride. We gonna talk about it. You want to stay on? We could. Okay, bet. All right, bet. No. You ain't done yet. The hot seat. Hot seat. My man beat Big Daddy. They already did it, so keep on going. That's just some Gray Bears Matter talk. So let me ask you this, right? So you said you got to be more consistent, um, especially on the health journey, right? So would you say that when you're inconsistent, that you were being active, not productive? Come on, Eastwood, huh? Talk to him.
Yes, not being productive.
Okay, okay. So the other layer of that based off of health. So if you're not being productive through consistency, what are the risks that come with that?
I mean, to me, health ailments you have to think about. Well, for me personally, I have to think about like,
You gotta get detailed. I don't want
okay,
everybody in your
just
business.
things
No,
that,
no, 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 because I'm not hip and stamped over here, so I don't want nobody in your business trying to figure out who you are, clicking on your name tags, thinking that you got something else going on. We're not doing that. You know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
I'm
No,
just
no,
saying,
no. I'm just saying. I'm trying to save you, but my cape is on.
okay, all
Cool.
right, well, thank you for that. But just, I think for me, understanding like family history and whatever that is, as far as what typically like maybe your parents had, your grandparents or whatnot, and being mindful of that, but then also just eating right, working out, and taking care. And working out is not just to look good physically, but it's, to feel good, but then also like for me, just the kind of the job that I have, the career field that I'm in, that helps me, deal with the mental stress and just everyday life, personal, professionally, whatnot. So
Okay, cool. I'm glad
when you know better, you do better.
you're not gonna keep on cutting me off. You're not gonna do that. Hey, Neo, Sarge, get her the cuffs. Hey, so Dig, right? So you really gave me the pathway to walk you down on this, right? So what I need you to understand is that, and what I was trying to get to is, if you're not gonna be disciplined in health, which is probably the most important aspect of your existence, um, you cheat yourself of keep on learning those lessons in other areas of your life, right? So then when you are carrying the papers and not checking the boxes of other of health alone, you can't tell me or tell anyone or tell yourself that you are giving 100% in the other areas that matter, right? Because they don't matter if you don't matter. And that's the great beers matter. I'll tell you, it ain't my way, it's just my opinion. I appreciate you, Rito.
All right.
You
Well,
know what I
thank you for
mean?
having
Hey,
me.
you have the title. You have the title. I'm gonna send you a sticker. I'm gonna send you a sticker because you have the title now. Because
Okay.
the hot five at 6 is not supposed to take 30 minutes, but you have won the record
Oh, so,
this is yours. This is yours. I'm gonna send this to you. It's your sticker. T Dub
okay.
T God dog it. T Dub had the, why is that tripping like that? T Dub had the what's going on? There's no way. Um T Dub had the title. I
Okay. Well,
apologize.
my
No, no, no,
my
we
my
good. We good. No, no,
apologies.
we good. You earned that sticker. I appreciate you tuning in, homie. Nebraska's in the building. You prime time GP. He went to Benson. You don't know him.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, but
I went
he
to
out here. He
Northwest.
out here with me. I'm not alone. Or whatever
All
on
right.
that. We're not even tripping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, you enjoy your night. I'm glad
All
that
right. You too.
we're not even gonna be able to disclose your attire, but give yourself a round of applause for winning. You know what I'm saying? Give yourselves another applause for tuning in and being a consistent viewer on the Great Beards Matter podcast. I rock with you. I appreciate you. Dig what I'm saying?
All right. Well, congratulations on episode 17. Keep going. And I look forward to hearing,
Talk heavy.
what you got going on.
Talk
Yes.
heavy. Talk heavy
So,
to him. You hear her. You hear her. She said she's looking forward to it. Y'all need to get like her. That's what y'all need to do. What's wrong? What's to y'all? What's to them? Act
all
right.
right. Enjoy your Friday. You take care.
All right, now have a good one.
All right. You
All
too.
right, bet. Yo, y'all see it, man. That's my homegirl right there, man. She's proud of everything she's doing in life. She is an example in our town, in our city. Um, she is one of two to be in the position that she is uh, in our history, right? And know her since she had on patent leather shoes with the heels and the straps across the top, making all that damn noise on the sidewalk. But it's all good. Oh man, Luke, man, what's up, my man? Wale, I know what's going on. But like I say, man, Appreciate you for tuning in for episode 17, man. Activity and productivity figured out within yourself, understanding that activity is not forward motion, man. All right, don't cheat yourself from the opportunity to progress. Dig? And on that note, man, I'm your man, Big Clip Eastwood, aka Mr. Gray Bears Matter. You know I'm rocking that truck trap, and y'all see it is, man. It's gonna be tuned in, man. Fire merch coming, man. Next week is an anniversary. It is up. It's a party. Tune in. All that. This is your man, Big Clip Eastwood, and I'm out. No, we got some music. We got some music. We gonna tune it out for real. Yeah.